Anthony, have you seen this week's host?
I haven't seen them at all. Do you know where they are?
I've been looking everywhere, all over the studio, and there's nowhere that they
Well,
are.
what are we going to do?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm about to go on. This is ridiculous. Why does no one get organised in this place?
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Talissa.
And this is Studio 20 Live. Up, Talissa.
Not much. How you been?
Oh, you know, so-so. Everyone's a bit sick. It's that winter season.
I know,
Not a big fan.
but it's about to end soon. We're kind of start coming into a nicer season, so
And hopefully everyone will get
fingers
better.
crossed. Yeah, exactly.
What's on today's show?
We've got a lot on today's show. We're going to be having a guest in. We're going to be having some musical talent as well, who's got some pretty big stuff going
Actually, you know what else we've got? Our friend Erin from My Kitche'n'Go Rules cooking up a storm. Some lovely looking eggs coming our way.
That's right. We've also got the news for this week, who's going to be done by Sarah. So very excited to see what's happening in the week's news. But first off, let's go to our limelight guest this week. We've got Ed from the PopUp crew in.
Welcome, Ed. Familiar face here.
Yeah.
Hi.
Nice to see you back in the Studio 20 studio.
Thank you. It's good to be back, getting back into it.
Getting excited?
Getting really excited, yeah.
So, where do we know you from?
From PopUp, obviously. If you watched Studio 20 Live last session, I was on a couple of times, so yeah,
And
it's good to be back.
topics were you covering last time? Remind us. You talked about beards.
Oh, we covered all the hard-hitting topics. Beards, like
Yep.
love.
Love, of course.
Love, that was my
Love's
favourite
a big
video.
one.
Love
Love
is
is
a
a
big
big
one,
one. It
quite
does help uni students, you know, getting through love and all the problems that occur. So PopUp, I think, really does help people, which is really
I didn't mind the beards one, but I think you were blown out of the water with. It was blown out of the water with the current one that we've got coming up right now.
That's right. I really enjoyed the one we've got this week. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what this week's video is?
Yeah, so all about comebacks, because we're making a comeback. We weren't sure if we were going to be back this session with our third season, but here we are. We've made a comeback, and one of our old PopUp crew members is making a comeback as well. So there's 3 of us now. It's not just Sean and I. Lindsay's also joined us. So all 3 of us making a comeback. It's
Very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Well, let's give the viewers what they want. Let's watch PopUp. So let's throw the video on now.
Oh, hey, didn't hear you there.
Hey Ed, we're getting PopUp back together. Lindsay, we're getting PopUp back together. Come on.
I don't know, something from the 90s.
Talzos and that out of chip packets, they were cool.
Tamagotchis,
Captain Planet.
Furbies, Spice Girls, David Spade,
Definitely Backstreet Boys.
The muff. You know that thing you like put over your hands in winter?
Lycra pants.
Definitely leg warmers.
Because they're colourful and they're cool and they're comfy.
Because they're a great fashion accessory.
Why do you not think they haven't made a comeback yet?
Because they're hideous.
Roman orgies.
I'm kind of a fan of some of the oldies music, like the Crooners, the Rat Pack.
I hope that like dancing makes a comeback, like proper dancing.
I'd like to see a comeback of that kind of music.
Should I say double denim? Double denim. I'm glad it made a comeback.
Pop Tarts. They made a comeback that I
I
like.
guess the whole hipster revival thing, the whole like 50s look.
I like 90s clothes. Everything that I had as a poor kid in the 90s is now really cool.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
I think he was in rehab or something for a long while.
When he started acting, then he disappeared.
And now he's a big movie star and everyone knows him as Iron Man and so on.
I don't know, Hilary Duff's latest song was pretty shit, but I was happy to see it back.
Hilary Duff.
Hilary Duff. She looks amazing in that video.
I lived in England for a long time, and Take That are a huge band over there.
Maybe Britney Spears.
We didn't want them there in the first place, let alone coming back, so...
Ricky Martin.
Probably a few years ago when Backstreet Boys came back.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, love the guy, but it's It's just not the same.
They're a 90s, like, they're part of that era, you know, they can't work outside that era.
Prince did that, right? He came back as a symbol. Yeah, you should have just left that alone.
Often, you know, there's a reason why they fizzled out in the first place.
Miley Cyrus, I guess. Like she sort of left her old self and came back.
Probably like the 90s chokers thing, that's definitely like not a thing.
Guys who wear those really baggy pants, I think that they should be. I don't know what they're called.
Cargo?
It's like them pants.
Like, what were they even brought back for? What was the exact reason that people brought those back?
Those massive pants that people wear that just look like they're curtains that they've chopped down, sewn together and just wrapped around the legs.
I don't think they were like fashionable then, and I don't think they're fashionable now.
I don't want them back. Like, I don't want them back.
Was that a stab at your pants, Talissa?
I think that was, have a look at my pants. They are the hippie pants that look like curtains, supposedly. I rock them, so whatever. They made a comeback, deal with it.
So this semester, your last semester for uni.
Yeah, graduating. Well, hopefully.
Hopefully.
I don't want to speak too soon.
But how do you think pop-up will change throughout this session? Do you think it'll evolve and, you know, move?
We're sort of changing a little bit. We're going back to basics. So when we first started it, which we were very amateur, there was a lot of us in it as well. And then last semester it was more about the topics. So this session we're sort of bringing it back to us again, because we just love the spotlight. With the limelight, love the
Can't get out of it. Limelight, oh, beautiful. There you go.
So we've got a bit of us in there, as well as still people, because the whole idea of it is to get people's opinions. We want to hear what people have to say, and we're really interested in that. So still a lot of that.
That's right. So if you had to pick one thing that could make a comeback, what would it be?
I always go to op shops and buy really old shirts with like lots of patterns on them and things. And I call them my party shirts. I've got like 5 of them at home. They cost me like $2. And I wear them all the time. I wear them to festivals. I wear them to parties.
Totally,
and
absolutely, totally.
Yeah, I love them so much. And all my friends are like, oh, but I don't care.
You rock it, the pants.
I think they've made a comeback, man. I think you're in.
Yeah, I'm in. Good.
Definitely.
I should tell my friends that because, yeah.
You can show them this clip if you would like.
Well, hopefully they're watching if they really care about me.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me again.
No worries. I'm excited to see the pop-ups that are going to start happening each and every week here.
Yeah, so really excited.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
All right, but now we have the shortcut. Our mate Trentos, as we call him here in the studio, has, you know, been looking at jobs and job opportunities. He struggles a bit because he's not the best. What about you, Talissa? Do you have much trouble with getting jobs?
Well, I've had the same job since I was 16 in retail, but it's kind of time to start looking at a job where I could use my uni degree and make a career out of it. So, yeah, looking into it as well.
Yeah, see, I agree, but I've had a job for ages, but not really one that has to do with anything that I've got to do. And I don't really know where to start about that. But Trent's looked up some tips and he's got it covered.
This week saw UOW host the Illawarra Showcase. We caught up with Illawarra Ambassador panel members Natalie Burrows and Deborah Murphy to give advice to postgrad students.
You could be proactive and seek out opportunities as well. Look for organisations that might have a graduate program. You might have a pathway where you want to get or an end goal, but the pathway that you think you might be taking is not always where those opportunities come. So take the opportunities where it comes to you. Be honest. Don't oversell yourself either. If there's something that you can't do or you can't deliver on, be honest about that. But at the same time, say that you're keen to learn and you're a fast learner. Be flexible as well, and mobilise yourself as much as possible. Get that breadth of experience, whatever means, and don't necessarily look at something like a short-term stint or something. Just because you're not in paid employment doesn't mean you can't use that skill to put in your CV as well. think bring to the table whatever experience you have. You know, a lot of students work in the local cafe I go to, for example, and they're quite skilled young professionals in their own way, but they can learn a lot about how to relate to people or how to work in a team from having work experience, which can be working in a local cafe or working, you know, in a bar or whatever that experience is. Don't expect that you're going to walk in and be the CEO tomorrow, because part of what employers are seeking is not only the formal qualifications but also the behavioural skills that support you being able to get good outcomes for the organisation that you're working for.
Trent Thomas, UOWTV.
All right, cheers for that, Trent. I'm quite a bit more knowledgeable on getting a job, I would say.
Definitely. I think it's really great that the university put this on and get big people like CEOs and managers and things like that, so we can mingle and network and, you know, really get those networks done and before you leave.
The careers fair is actually still going on right now if you want to check it out. Where is it? McKinnon-ish, I would say. It's around the uni. Building 11.
It's in Building 11.
That was my next guess.
Thank you for that. You know, Building 11 is where the Careers Excellent is. You can go meet people, get pamphlets, get information, that sort of thing. So go ahead over that way and check it out. But speaking of checking things out, let's see what's happened in the news this week with Sarah. How are you going, Sarah?
Yeah, good, thanks guys. Here's what's making news today. A 2-day emergency meeting regarding West Africa's Ebola epidemic has been held by the World Health Organization and will reveal tomorrow if it has been declared an international crisis. The virus, which is contracted by animals hunted for meat, involves severe muscular pain and fever. The Sydney Morning Herald reports that it has claimed the lives of 900 people across West Africa this year. The surrogacy debate in Thailand has intensified this week after baby Gammy, who was born with Down syndrome, was abandoned by his Australian biological parents. Chief Child Safety Officers have paid a visit to the WA couple's home, where his twin sister is living, after it was revealed the father is a convicted pedophile with 6 offences on his record. The couple deny knowing about Gammy's existence. A UOW researcher is addressing the National Centre Against Bullying conference in Melbourne today. Dr. Catherine Nielsen-Hewitt is highlighting the bullying culture in children aged 3 to 5 and is using her research of 188 early learning services to inform discussions around policy changes. The controversial Oz magazine is now accessible via digital edition in the UOW Library archives. Since its release on April Fool's Day in 1963, the satirical Sydney publication pushed the boundaries. From illegal abortion to police corruption, the obscene and indecent content resulted in a jail sentence for the editors, which was overturned after 2 years of appeals. And a man who slipped and got his leg caught between a Perth train and platform has been freed by a fast-moving and strong bunch of fellow commuters. The incident occurred during morning rush hour yesterday, and together they lifted the train to release the pressure. He escaped any serious injuries. Now, Talissa, it might be your first time on live TV, but it's also for this little guy. Check out 5-year-old Noah, who could be giving us all a run for our money.
1 second. What did you think about the ride?
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news because I'm a kid, and apparently Grandpa just gives me a remote after we watch the Powerball.
What an absolute cutie. Back to you guys.
Cheers for that, Saz. That's
so cute.
Bit of a cutie.
Thank you, Sarah, for that. I wish I was like that on camera. Damn it. Why don't I get to watch the Powerball? Why?
That doesn't even make sense. You're silly.
Thank you. No, but yeah, some interesting news headlines there.
Yes. But to recover from the bit of the hard-hitting news there, we're going to take a break right now. We will see you in just a moment after What's On in Wollongong. pretty keen for that band comp you're going to be rocking out. I know you're a bit of a rock chick.
Oh, definitely. That's how you'd sum me up. But yeah, next Tuesday, so Tuesday the 12th at 7:30 that starts.
You reckon you're going to... I'm pretty keen to see you party.
I will go if you go. There you go.
I will be there with bells on just to see you there.
Don't distract from the music though.
Oh, no, of course not.
It's all about the bands.
All about the bands.
But there's some exciting stuff going on in Wollongong, that's for sure.
Yeah, of course.
But with some exciting things that are going on, we're going to take a look now at the video that Brittany did.
That's our good friend Brittany.
Yeah, that's right. She did a video all about love and hiking, so we're going to check that out now.
Welcome to Wollongong, a south coast city that boasts more than 6 different lookouts, all with amazing views. It's becoming increasingly popular for couples to trek up to the lookouts together.
5.5 years we've been together now, and 4 months of those we've been engaged. He is a shy, introverted person, so that privacy of the special moment with the sunrise, just us together, no one else there, was very him.
Emma and her fiancé Ben got engaged in January this year. She says he wanted to find a unique way to propose.
We went down up to Mount Kemba Lookout. He got down on his knee and pulled a ring out of his pocket and asked me to marry him.
Couples often place engraved padlocks on the fences and railings at the lookouts. They throw away the key as a symbol of their everlasting love.
And then I said yes, he put it on, and we just really shared the moment.
It's not just for couples looking to get engaged, it's also a chance for people to find new love.
It was her idea. It was Louise's idea. She hikes and she walks everywhere. I'd never really done it before. It's our first, like, you can call it date, I suppose.
And it's easy to understand why the lookouts are perfect for those romantic occasions. Even with the winter weather, the view is spectacular.
It was cute. I really enjoyed the day. I'd do it again.
Why not take your next date up to the lookout? You've got exercise, an amazing view, and a secluded spot to share with that special someone.
Well, I'm not much of a hiker myself, but Talissa, I hear you've got a bit of a love hiking story.
Yeah, wouldn't call myself a hiker either, but this week I did the Sublime Point track, which was pretty cool. And I got to the top. The only thing that was keeping me motivated the whole time was my friend saying, "You'll meet your husband at the top, you'll meet your husband at the top."
And did you meet him?
Well, I got up the top and there was this amazingly cute guy, and then we started talking and I was like, this is like a movie, this is the best. Then he mentioned his partner. So I had to hike back down in disappointment.
Oh, that's all right. But at least you got an exercise out of it, so that's not
right.
too bad.
And it's a beautiful view at the top. If you haven't done the Sublime Point track before, I would definitely recommend it.
But coming up, we've got something from Erin, our good friend Erin. She's done a bit of a cooking show. What do you know what she's cooking, Talissa?
Yeah, I think she's cooking something quite healthy. So maybe for hikers, this would appeal to you.
Yep. So we're going to throw to Erin now in My Kitche'n'Go Rules.
Hey guys, I'm back in the kitchen this week, and this week I'll be bringing you poached eggs. Now, if you're like me and love poached eggs but never have the time to make them or really are too lazy to make them, I'm going to show you how to do them in the microwave. It's seriously genius, especially if you're in a rush and you're craving some eggs. Okay, so all you're going to need is a ceramic mug, like I've got here, an egg, a teaspoon and some Glad wrap, and of course anything else you want to have with your eggs. The first thing you got to do is got to crack your egg into your mug. Put like a teaspoon of water in it. Like so. Then get your Glad wrap and pop it over the top of your mug like this. And then you throw it in your microwave for about, I'm going to put it in for 15 seconds, but it can vary depending on your microwave and how cooked you want your egg. I like them sort of runny, so I put them in for 15 seconds and then just monitor them, so I might put them in for another 5 seconds or another 10 seconds, whatever floats your boat. Pop it in there like so. And then what you'll get, here's one I made earlier, is a perfectly poached egg. Like so. I've got some toast, I've put some slices of ham on there, and a beautiful egg. You can put salmon, you can put spinach, you can do whatever you like. Have an excellent day. Back to you guys.
Oh my God, Erin,
Yum.
I want some. Where are mine? Jeez.
Oh, well, you can cook them yourself now. You just need the eggs.
Oh, no.
But My Kitchen-Go Rules, my kitchens are everywhere, so you'll be fine.
Oh, easy. I just got to bring a couple of eggs to uni, you
That's
know.
right. Some
Daily
baby spinach,
backpack.
Some salmon, some smoked salmon. That wouldn't go astray on that poached egg.
Ooh, would it?
I think it'd be nice.
All right.
You could go ham like Erin did.
Yeah, the ham's all right.
Got lots of options, Anthony.
Yeah,
don't
no.
worry.
But we're ranting a bit. We're rambling and
We
ranting.
are. That's right. And that means it's probably time for the rant with Angie. And this week she's covering the library.
Hey, today we're talking about people at the library.
When I'm studying in the library in the quiet section, usually there's people that tend to start talking or, start eating. Kind of gets to you, you're trying to do some study, quiet work. That's why they call it the quiet section. Might as well go downstairs, outside, eat something.
It's when you need a computer or a desk and there's just no seats anywhere and there's a free spot but someone's left their bag and they've just gone for a couple of hours and you really need the seat or you're not sure to sit there or not and you just got to keep walking around till you find a spot.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
The truth of the library comes out.
Yeah, I've definitely felt that before when, you've been at the library and then you just want to hang out, do some work, and then there's always that person who leaves their bag there for a few hours. That one's got me.
You don't do that if that's you. Don't do that because what is that proving? You've just got a spot saved there. No one's allowed to work there. But then again, what if they've just run to the toilet? There is two sides to every story, I suppose.
And speaking of two sides to every story, there's two sides to our next guest, our talent.
That's
he
right.
goes by the name of Lord Phoenix, and he'll be performing for us today.
He's going to do his track Invisible.
Remember what we said that night. We could never be broken. Now we turn our heads away, praying that you won't pass me again. Still a picture on my wall, but you won't take my calls. And now you're acting like nothing ever happened, but it did. I'm not invisible, so why do you look right to me? If I'm invisible, then why do you still talk about me? I used to look at you and feel we could never be broken. Now we turn our heads away, praying that you won't pass me again. Still a picture on my wall, but you won't take my calls. And now you're acting like nothing ever happened, but it did. I'm not invisible, so why do you look right to me? If I'm invisible, then why do you still talk about me? I'm not invisible. I'm not invisible. I'm not invisible, so why do you look right to me? If I'm invisible, then why do you still talk about me? I'm not invisible, so why do you look right to me? If I'm invisible, then why do you still talk about me? I'm not invisible, invisible. I'm not invisible. Whoa. Invisible.
Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Dylan, aka Lord Phoenix. Tell us how that name came about.
Well, I've been doing the whole Lord Phoenix thing for about 4 years now. Basically how it all came about was I was always told what I should be doing and stuff, and I was like, okay, I've had enough of this. So for a couple of months I was thinking about names, thought about the name Phoenix, and I took the saying rising like a phoenix from the ashes.
Ashes, of course.
Beautiful.
And decided to change it a little bit and think of it as more a rebirth of my performance. And the whole Lord thing sort of came into it because I have a massive thing for Lady Gaga, and why not?
Beautiful. Now, speaking of Lady Gaga, you told me about something really exciting that's coming up at the end of the month for you.
Yes, so on the 30th and 31st of August, I have been asked to do a supporting slot before Lady Gaga, before she goes on stage.
Crazy. Now, she's one of your idols. How exciting was getting that call?
Very unexpected. I'm looking through my emails, and then all of a sudden, All Phones Arena pops up and it's like, hey, you want to come do a supporting slot for Lady Gaga? Yeah.
Oh, I'll see if I've got time. I'll check my
no,
diary.
I can fit it into my schedule.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Now,
Wow.
your track Invisible is up on, it's got a clip on YouTube.
It does.
Got links all over your Facebook page. That's probably at the bottom of the screen right now.
Yep. And yes, just thanks for coming on the show, man. That
No
was
worries.
some lovely glam rock, pop rock stuff.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, guys.
Very
Yeah,
exciting.
no worries.
And that's about all for this week. Thank
We'll
you
see you
so
next
much for
week,
joining
guys.
us. Bye.
Hello and welcome to the review show. Today I'll be reviewing the X Factor's free live concert, which was shown last Saturday at 2:30 PM at Westfield's Parramatta. First up, we had a young woman who sang the Beatles Yesterday. Listening to this put me in the mood to visit one of the local bookstores and browse around, where I found a CD of The Beatles. When I returned, I found this.
That's a no from me.
Overall, I give the concert a 6 out of 10. Now stay tuned for about 5 hours of the UOWTV logo.